God has created you in sweet, beautiful varieties, because without variety there is no beauty. Imagine all of you looking like military bolts sitting down here. How will it look? You have to be people of variety, so God has created a beautiful variety. Enjoy that. Enjoy the integration of that variety. That is what one has to really enjoy, but I think is only possible when you get your realization. Before that, it's just talk, talk, and talk. So now we come to the third center. I won't be able to cover all of them today, I'm sorry. Which is very important because it is the center of your seeking. First, we seek as animals our food. Even now, we behave like animals, no doubt. So we seek food. The attention is only on food. Anybody talks of food, we want to turn our face to that. So the food is the first seeking we had. The second seeking we had of shelter, to have a proper shelter, and that has gone beyond any human understanding. I have seen people building houses which look like nothing on earth, We just can't say this is a house. I mean, it's some sort of a funny thing that they make, call it a house, where you feel you are in a nightmare. You see the way it is built, upside down, going like that. And you don't know what sort of a place it is and where you are living. And that has gone to such a limit, especially in America, I find, that you have to enter into any bathroom, first inquire how to open. Otherwise, you'll have a problem. Such varieties. Like into one bathroom, who was a very rich man, I placed my foot and I was drenched in water. I said, what's that? From where is it coming? So this kind of a unnecessary mental exercise to select even the handle of the car. If the handle of the car you don't know, better don't get in. Because something happens, you can't get out because you don't know how to open the handle. It's such a madness to go on worrying about the varieties of little things. What kind of a thing. Like today I went for shopping and there were some ladies who were trying to decide what kind of a ladle they should have. Hours they took to decide for a ladle. Can you imagine what difference does it make of one ladle or the other ladle? And tomorrow, if they see somebody else having a more modern stuff, they'll again be back and to find out that more modern stuff to do it. I mean, the amount of decision taking we have got is maddening. Especially on a table, if you go, I've seen people, because I have to attend so many parties. I just can't understand half an hour they discuss what they are going to have today. I mean, everybody must have what they want, and very particular on that point. When the food comes, they see they have got the same thing or not. What is so important? The whole joy of eating, the whole joy of meeting, everything is lost in that nonsense of decision. What does it matter whether you eat a pizza or eat that? I don't understand. At the most, you can have one thing for all of you and just enjoy it. But on the contrary, so much time we waste on nonsensical things, and when we do that, we develop funny diseases within ourselves. Because we put our nerves to too much tension. It is too much of a tension for us. We build up our own tensions for everything. I have ordered for this, you have got this. I wanted this kind of a handle, I got this one. That's how we go on building up tensions in our stomachs, and then we talk about tensions, we have tensions, and we have this tension and that tension, and what is to be done. And then we get people coming out in the market. They want 6,000 pounds to reduce your stomach tension. How can they reduce? They cannot. And you believe it because they advertise very well. They put up a big show, we'll remove your tensions and we are here for your tensions and this and that. And you just go there and attend to them. And you think, oh, now we have removed our tension. Mentally you feel like that, but the tension is all there. That's how we build up our stomach in a very funny way. Our real seeking should not be in politics, should not be in any social behavior, but it should be only towards our ascent, towards our spirit. That should be our seeking. And when that stage comes in, then they are the people of a special category, which William Blake has described, that the men of God, means the people of this special category, will become prophets. And they will have power to make others profit. And that's the time today we are here, that those who are men of God will become prophets, and they will have powers to make others profit. That is the sign that if you can make others profit as you are, then you have achieved your goal. And that should be the real seeking. Politics is a mad world, you know that. It's a mad world. And is a mythical thing. Because when we talk of capitalism, what is your capital? These worldly things, these stones, these plastics, what are your possessions? You have one possession which you do not know, that is your spirit. The one who has known that possession is a real capitalist. And once he becomes that capitalist, he spreads it automatically. For example, me, I am a very happily married woman, extremely happily married woman, with a very good husband, very well placed in life, with very good children, grandchildren, very good family life, everything there. But I can't enjoy it because I have to give this. So I become a communist in that way, in the real sense of the word. I am a real capitalist and a real communist. I spend my own money, go and meet people, talk to them, make them understand, and ask them to be their spirits, to be themselves, to be their own power. For what? People don't understand. The people who are with my husband, their wives say, "What are you doing? Oh, why are you wasting your time?" They can't understand what is she up to, because they are busy with other things, joyless pursuits. But I am here working for you, working for everyone, just that you also enjoy what I am enjoying. So politics is all nonsense. It has no meaning at all. You can see that clearly. That's why no politics has been successful. I have been to Russia, is another gone case. I have been to America. We do not know how to bear our freedom. We don't know. We don't know. We want to have freedom. Abraham Lincoln said that because he was a realized soul. But he didn't know that all the others are not. Once you have your freedom, you go to abandonment, violence. You don't know how to be free. That glory is not within us to be free. You have to be a king to be a free personality. If you are not that, then you go hither, thither, do this, do that. All the time what you do is self-destruction. Morning till evening you are thinking how to destroy yourself. Ultimately, all those who are affluent, democratic countries, if you meet their young people, if you ask them, you will be amazed that they are doing nothing but planning about their suicide, which is the most sophisticated way of committing suicide. Can you believe it? That's a fact. We had 3 girls from Sweden, very young girls in Cambridge. They came to see me. And when they came to see me and I felt their vibrations, I was shocked. I said, "Oh God, they have vibrations just like a dead man is numb, complete numb." I said, "What are you doing?" They said, "We think we are worth nothing, it's useless." I said, "Why? You are rich people, you have so much money, you are very well off, you have a very organized country, and everything is fine. What's the matter with you?" They said, "Actually, we are all planning how to commit suicide." This is where you go with your affluence, with your so-called achievements, that either you try to destroy yourself or try to commit suicide or can have a collective destruction by your great achievements of science. Because we do not know what freedom is. We do not know how much God has worked out to create this beautiful human being. How beautiful, fantastic we are within ourselves. Because we have no idea as to what we are. That's why we accept all these things, go on living with it, and destroy ourselves. So the main seeking within us is the seeking for God, seeking for our evolution, seeking for our higher dimension of collective consciousness. And that's what we have to achieve. Without that, this world cannot be saved, cannot be emancipated. There is no other way out but the transformation of human beings. It's only the transformation that is going to work it out, nothing else. The time is short, one has to get transformed. Only those who will be transformed will be saved. All the rest will be sorted out at the end of the era, when you will find someone extremely powerful, destructive, will come on this earth and will destroy everything else. Because that is what, according to that personality, would be the end. That would be the deserving punishment. So one has to get transformation. That is the time that is given to us. It's called as Krita Yuga in Sanskrit language. Means this is the time when the all-pervading power, the Brahma Shakti, is working it out. Better get it out. This is the blossom time. Better get it transformation within yourself. Establish yourself as transformed human beings. Don't get to your egos. Don't mislead others. Don't mislead yourself. I tell you, intelligence itself is such a funny thing. It has a capacity to cheat itself. This is the worst thing of intelligence, is that it can cheat itself. So this living process has to work out within us so that we achieve our seeking, our fulfillment, our absolute. And that is something that cannot be discussed, talked about. It has to happen. Supposing you want to know it on your mental level, I can only take you up to a point and find for you some sort of a logical conclusion. But ascending is your own. I cannot guarantee that. If it works out, well. If it does not, I cannot say that I can do it, nor can I say you can do it. But once it happens, of course, you can give it to others, and to others, and to others. You can work it out also the same way as one light which is enlightened can enlighten another light, and you can go on enlightening others. A gentleman in India who was not a very educated man, a farmer, has given realization to more than 10,000 people. So you can imagine how one can be powerful. I wish he had come to America, but he had to go back to India. He came all the way to England, and he went around with me to Europe, where we explained to people things in such a way that they were surprised. An uneducated man talking like such a great saint. They could not understand, how can he talk like that? I asked him, how are you? Are you all right? Are you comfortable? So he says in Marathi verse, he says, Anante rakhile taise chi rahane. Whatever is the eternal, wherever he keeps you, let the eternal look after me. Means, when you are worried about the eternal, when you are in the eternal, why are you worried about these transitory things? And I was so happy to hear these words from him. But there's one thing I must say, that he was a fortunate man to be born in a country where they know about. And more fortunate to be born in Maharashtra, which is a country of saints, who have written beautiful things. And that country which is not so materialistic. For them, materialistic achievements is not the success. That's why people don't understand. They always ask, then why the people in India are poor? I said, not at hearts. They are smiling, laughing, festive people. If you go to even a poor man's house, they'll offer you a cup of milk. They have a large heart. Why they are poor? The reasons are, we were slaves for 300 years. Can you think of slavery of 300 years? Who is responsible for that? Who made us poor? We would have been much richer than any one of these countries. We were, once upon a time, the richest people in the whole world. There is a rich site called the richest site of the world in Iran, is a hall 4 times bigger than this, and the door that opens into it is 6 feet wide. And when you go inside, what do you find? A gentleman called Muhammad Ghazni, who invaded India only about 600 years back and carried all the gold and wealth of one temple. And the whole place is filled with diamonds as if like the peanuts are kept in baskets. And a complete huge big globe is made out of gold, with all these diamonds and pearls and emeralds and such big, big emeralds you see there, all brought from our country. How can we be rich when we were so docile people? Everybody came and lynched us like this. And then they ask us, why are you poor? Very nice. You enter into somebody's house, take away all his money, take away everything nicely, rule him, don't allow him to grow at all, and then you come and ask him, why are you so poor? Wonderful people. That's what it is. So that country has survived despite all this because of their faith in God, in the faith that one day they will ascend. In India, I am not talking about the westernized Indians. They are hopeless people. They are absolutely uprooted. Don't think of them. They are absolutely useless. They are not the ones who represent India. But the Indians, the real Indians who live in the villages, who are simple people, for them one thing is the most important is Atma Sakshatkar, means to get your realization. That's the highest for them. Nothing more higher than that. Their attention is not materialistic. Even if a woman is dying, she will not sell her chastity. That is the great country, which people have not realized, have not understood it. They have exploited us, completely exploited us. You have no idea to what extent they exploited us. And today they are asking, why are you poor despite the fact you believe in God? I mean, we are existing because of that. Just because of that we are existing. Otherwise we would have finished a long time back, the way we are invaded on and on and on. While it is surprising in the history of India, we have never invaded another country. Never. Can you imagine? This is what it is. So some people say, why should we learn from Indians? Very wonderful. We have learnt all your science, all your things from you. We should go on learning everything from you, even your dominating nature, everything we learn. And you don't want to learn even about God from us? Why? Was Christ born in England? Where was he born? He also came to India. So one should not develop such ideas that we are the one highest in religion, highest in science, highest in everything. It is the East and the West has to combine. As I said, the tree has grown too big. There has been movement also downward. And that downward movement was in India. Of course, now you have many thugs coming from India because you like them. For the last 60 years, all the thugs who also came out of jail are in the market. And you like them very much. See, let one of the thugs come here, you won't be able to see even the chairs. They'll be all crowding here if they are thugs. For a real person, you don't have here anyone. When I came in 1970, they told me very clearly, Mother, you cannot impress these people. You must know how to pamper their ego by taking their money. If you don't take their money, they are not going to look at you. And I went away. They advised me that these people will not understand you unless and until you take money. These are the Christian nations. How much did you pay to Christ? And he was sold for 30 rupees. This is what it is. A day will come when you will be asked about many things. Only thing is that if you become the spirit, then you are in the kingdom of God. You are there. Everybody can enter into it. It doesn't matter whatever your country come from, whatever is your past, is forget it now and have it. You please have your realization, enter into the kingdom of God, but you have to be humble. You have to be humble about it. You cannot purchase me. You cannot organize me. It is you who has to organize yourself. And I hope it will work out. Definitely it has to work out in this country, very important, because as I told you, this is the Vishuddhi Chakra, which is a very important center of the whole world. And if America cannot do it, I don't know what's going to happen. May God bless you all.